So good evening everyone. So I hope you have seen the paper and you must have come to your own conclusions, right? So but I was mentioning in the class that when you look at the 8 new topics inside the real exam hall, that is where the stress will be. Outside the classroom it will be stress free because you actually don't have to live with it. Second thing, your thinking, your writing and my understanding, all the three have to be in the same line. Yes or no? I will write something about this is opinion. Yes or no? Actually writing something about it is a whole different scenario. Yes or no? Why? If you look at the topics, okay, so they are not totally different from what UPSC used to give. So since 2022, if you look at the topics, they got little bit shorter, that's all. It's not like they are totally mind-blowing or anything difficult, because out of these 4, most people chose the 4th one, because the 4th one is kind of common sense, it comes to us very easily. But there are others who wrote 3rd and 2nd one also. Most people with rationality would have avoided the first one. Yes or no? Because the first one is the most difficult topic of the rest. The rest 3 are kind of okay. But like, okay, I can write something, I can always write something, but will I give marks? That is a challenge. Okay, so again I have already influenced you, right? I said 4th one is the easiest one. How many of you actually thought you will be writing the 4th one? Like 4th one is my direct choice. Okay, what about the rest? How many of you would have gone for 2nd one? A grateful mind. Okay, 3rd one? Thorn. Okay, now for the first 5 minutes we have to understand what exactly is the essence. Okay, so especially a grateful mind is a very beautiful mind. Okay, that is the quote. Okay, what is one word that defines that essay? Okay, grateful mind. Grateful mind. Okay, in essence, in one word, a grateful mind is very beautiful. Okay, so in one way to understand it, it will be like gratitude. Okay, a mind with gratitude is a good mind. Yes or no? So the question is not about mind at all, it is about what mind? A mind with gratitude. And that is the first point that we have to understand. If people will focus on grateful mind means great mind, Einstein, etc., etc. That is a wrong interpretation. A very simple interpretation is what? Grateful mind, a mind with gratitude. So the logical question is gratitude good? Yes. Should a mind have gratitude? Yes. Is gratitude good all the time? Is gratitude good at all times? Okay. Now, is there any problem that if you have gratitude? Is gratitude enough, or should gratitude be backed by some action? Yes or no? Just like empathy without action is useless. Okay, anything has to be backed by action. Yes or no? And the last one is what? Do people in real life actually show gratitude? So you can have gratitude in your heart, but will it be transferred into something? If it is not transferred into something, is it actually making any difference for the society or for the person whom you are showing gratitude towards? And lastly, how do we build gratitude? Can gratitude be built, or is it inbuilt? Can someone teach you gratitude, or you can learn gratitude on your own? These are the questions that you have to answer. So the point I am trying to make here is the depth of the topic is different from the scope. Yes or no? When you see a grateful mind is a very beautiful mind, okay, or very beautiful, that is just the surface level. The actual level is what? Why gratitude is there? What are the disadvantages of gratitude? Is gratitude there in real life? How do we re-emphasize gratitude? Yes or no? And is gratitude enough to make a mind a great mind, or are there other facilities that also makes a very beautiful mind? Yes or no? A grateful mind is very beautiful. Yes or no? So how do you make a grateful mind? Are there any other reasons that you are grateful or ungrateful? Okay, అంటే అలా డెప్త్ యాడ్ చేసుకోలేదు అనుకోండి, అంటే ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ నాట్ యాడింగ్ దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డెప్త్, యువర్ ఎస్సే విల్ సౌండ్ వెరీ 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 superficial and shallow. But if you come to the fourth topic, when two elephants fight, it becomes very easy, right? Okay, the depth also comes with the interpretation. Why? When two big elephants fight, automatically who gets trampled? Grass gets trampled. Who is grass here? It depends. Sometimes India is the grass. India is a grass between China and USA. Yes or no? Or ordinary citizens are the grass between two big institutions. If legislature and executive are fighting and they are stalling the projects, okay, who is suffering? The common public is suffering. When two corporations fight, who will suffer? People will suffer. Workers will suffer. So this comes to you very easily rather than the grateful mind is very beautiful. Yes or no? Organic. But what is the depth? Okay, kottukuntai. When two elephants fight, grass will get trampled. After that, what? What is your antithesis or synthesis? Where do you go from there onwards? How do you add depth? What is the ultimate purpose? Whom should we protect, the elephants or the grass? Can we stop the elephants from fighting? Is it in our hands? Yes or no? We are like ants. Government is like elephant. Is there any measure or measurement within us so that we can stop the elephants? You have your fundamental rights. Yes or no? Your fundamental rights are what? A limitation on the grass or the elephant? The elephant. Fundamental rights are what? A limitations on the elephants. International rules like UNSC, WTO, etc. All these are limitations on whom? Big countries. What is the purpose of UNSC? To stop two elephants from fighting. Yes or no? So what is better? Prevention is better than cure. Yes or no? So we have to build international systems so that first of all the grass is not even affected. Okay. One more deeper thought that you can develop is what? Only when two elephants fight the grass will be trampled, or when two elephants come together the grass will be trampled. And if the both of them come to destroy you, for example duopoly. Right now in India, TRAI is sleeping. Telecom Regulatory Authority of India is totally sleeping. Who are combining their forces? Jio and Airtel are combining. They are increasing the prices. Do you have any choice but to not use either Jio or Airtel? Yes or no? You can say sir BSNL Haina. Yes or no? But are you actually going to use BSNL, or are we stuck in duopoly? Yes or no? So sometimes can we call this as cartelization? Yes or no? We can call it as cartelization. When two big elephants come together, then will also be who will be at loss? The grass will be at loss. So now how do you protect the grass is the most important thing. Yes or no? Right? So are there any success stories where grass is protected? The depth. India's basic structure document in the case of the versus state of Kerala is 1973. What we know, it acted as a safety wall against other regime. Yes, again, who is the grass there? Elephant is legislature and executive, but who is the grass? Constitution is the grass. Sorry? NAM, non-allied movement. It's like the Cold War, okay, between USA and USSR. By taking the NAM policy, we are more or less saved. That is what you are saying? Yes, okay, that's a good thought process. Have you heard about Niyamgiri Gram Sabha? Odisha. In Odisha, yes or no? Niyamgiri, there was a Gram Sabha. It got protected from the giant called as, not Vedanta, POXO. It is a South Korean company. Vedanta bauxite mining in Tamil Nadu is also protection from the grass. Yes or no? So that kind of depth is needed. Okay. Again, second thing, the first point is we have to agree with that statement. What is the statement? When two elephants fight, there will be a clash. Two elephants come together also, there will be a clash. At the end, who will lose? Grass will lose. So now what is the counter argument? Is there any counter argument? Okay. I will reframe it. Imagine you are villagers, you are a small group of villagers. Okay, you gave support to a group of people known as Naxalites. Okay, so the grass gave support to whom? So one elephant. No, the grass gave support to one elephant known as Naxal movement. Now who and who are fighting? The government and the Naxalites are fighting. Who will suffer again? Even though if you are a good grass to one elephant, you will still suffer. Yes or no? Is that a perspective that you can add? Yes or no? Are there any such events that where we are the grass, the normal people, and we are supporting one elephant directly or indirectly? And? Okay. World War we are supporting the British. Okay. Anything else? Ukraine. Ukraine is the grass. Okay. Ukraine is taking the sides of USA and it is actually suffering. So all proxy wars are example for grass. Okay, that's a very good point. Like Syria, Russia and Ukraine, or Yemen, Houthis and Saudi. So all proxy wars are grass. That's a good dimension. Inka? See, classes em maro, sir cheptadani raakuddu. Essay is all about who has to think. Who has to think? Is it morning class or evening or 6th class? Essay means you have to brainstorm. I will give you the direction. For example, criminalization of politics and Indian society. Is there any link that we can link it to this essay? How?
We vote to the criminal MLA or MP, siding with that rather than electing a
neutral party. So we are voting for criminals. 47% of our parliamentarians are criminals. Still we know that he is an elephant or a criminal, and still we choose to vote for criminals. Do we have a choice? We do have a choice because the grass is silent in certain topics. It deserves to be trampled. Yes or no? So this is a reality dimension that you can think of. Okay, so don't worry about the model answer. 10 people will generate 10 model answers. But what I'm more interested in, if you think about the paper in 2027, by looking at the 2026 paper, okay, the most important point you have to remember is how well are you understanding what exactly UPSC is asking you in the depth phase. What is the depth? The statement can be elaborated very easily. You can always find the agreement part. I think all of you are very good at identifying the agreeing part. But where do we fail? In the counter arguments or in going into the reality part. Okay, for example, a thorn is a changed bud. Okay, yes or no? Is thorn a good thing or a bad thing? Your critical thinking will be revealed when you can think thorn has its own purpose. Yes or no? Where do you find thorns? In the trees, for a stem, in the branches. Why? It is acting as a shield. It is acting as a protecting mechanism. Yes or no? So thorn is not a bad thing all the time. So the nature has evolved buds into thorns for what purposes? To protective purpose. So there is a defense mechanism. So is thorn a bad thing? Yes. Normally for the outsiders it is a bad thing. For the tree, a good thing. So every thorn serves its own purpose. Yes or no? In the entire essay, what percentage are we going to give this? Okay, I will tell you my interpretation. Tell me if you have thought about the same thing. Okay, a thorn is a changed bud. Okay, there is a bud and it could have been anything else. Okay, but it was forced to become a thorn. Yes or no? A bud is forced to become a thorn. That means imagine a police constable or an IAS officer. When he joined IAS as a probationary officer, he had a lot of passion. He wanted to do a lot of good things for the society. But once he entered the field, looking at the ground realities, political pressure, apathy, lack of state capacity and all those things, he became an apathetical officer. That means he stopped caring for people. He became what? A thorn. Yes or no? He is no longer serving people, he is serving his own. Okay, so who converted whom? The society converted a good officer into a thorn. Now can you apply the same thing to a police constable? See, when a person joins as a police constable, still he is a human being, he is a bud. Okay, because of pressure, lack of support, etc., he chose to become what? A thorn. Yes or no? Right? Now can you think of any such examples? Naxalites. Very good. Capitalism destroying environment, and who is converting into a thorn? You have to first think about the thorn. Who is a thorn and why he became a thorn? Sorry? Broken families and villains. Okay. Criminals. Okay. Bhishma in Mahabharata is a thorn. Okay. And better would have been Karna. Yes or no? Karna is a bird. He was converted into thorn because of lack of support. Only Duryodhana gave him support. Then Karna became a thorn. Yes or no? Communal riots are a event. Yes or no? Communal riots create more further communal violence.
Recent CJP protests.
Who is a thorn?
People, if they had listened in the first instance, I don't think they would. You don't need the resignation.
You need to say someone has become hardened, like they become negative or unchangeable because of this. Okay, for example, imagine you said communal riot. A person lost his father in communal riots and he became a hardcore right-wing fan or something like that. Then that is a thorn. Jinnah became a thorn. Bhagat Singh, okay. Sorry? Godse. We cannot, won't. Sorry? Again same, just like Naxalism failed, socialization, and terrorism, Naxalism, all these things are failed societies which are creating the birds. Anything from economy, anything from governance. Socialism is?
Socialism became a thorn in case of development. Because of socialism, we had to go through the 91 liberalization. I connect to that. I can
What is a bud? India was the bud.
Indian economy was the
Bud, okay.
It had the potential to grow.
But because of past experiences, it converted itself into a thorn. But again in 1991, we converted it into a flower. Yes. Okay, thorn. See, that is, thorns can rechange themselves. Okay, fine. Right. You and UPSC preparation. No? A bud became a thorn. First attempt, okay. Second attempt, sixth attempt. Right? Okay. Now what is the other counter narration? Thorn is sometimes useful because it protects the tree. Then apart from that, did all buds become thorns? I just told you an IAS officer under pressure has become what? An apathetical IAS officer. Is there any other IAS officer who faced all the same things and still remained a bud? Is there any police officer who still shows empathy and compassion in spite of pressure? Yes. That means what? Not all buds will become thorns. Yes or no? That is your counter argument. A thorn is a changed bud, but even under the same circumstances, not every bud will become a thorn. Any such examples? TN session. TN session is a pakka thorn. He became thorn in the political. Yes. This time UPSC evaluator will be like, please bhaiya, okay, no more Tukaram. Yes or no? We replaced Ashok Kemka with Tukaram Munde. Everybody is writing Tukaram. At least that's a good thing. Under external pressures or internal changes, did you become thorn or are you still human? You can be still human. Not every bud will become thorn. Okay, కానీ అన్నీ బాగుండి in spite of having everything, no external pressure, because of internal evil or internal greed, thoughts, etc., a bud can also become a thorn. Yes or no? For example, Satyam scam. Yes or no? He never actually had any external problems. He created his own problems. A bud converted itself into a thorn. Yes or no? So there are three kinds of things. That is, a bud will become a thorn because of what pressure? External pressure. A bud will never become a thorn. And a bud because of internal issues will become a thorn. Yes or no? Do you agree? Do we have examples for all three? Is there any other scenario that I have missed? Internal and that is the second one is the internal and good, right? A bud is not becoming a thorn. When you have internal, automatically that is what is shielding you. మూడు ఇష్యూస్ అయిపోయాయి, రియాలిటీలో కూడా మాట్లాడుకున్నాం. నో హౌ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద థార్న్ ఫ్రమ్ బడ్ ఫ్రమ్ బికమింగ్ ఎ థార్న్. సమ్టైమ్స్ thorns are required for the society. Okay, and how do you put it? How do we protect a bud from becoming a thorn? The first and most important place is socialization, home and education system. So if the home and education system gives them proper values, automatically buds will stay buds. They will never become thorns. Second one is emotional intelligence. Yes or no? How to handle pressure, how to take pressure. Third one is మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ecosystem. Yes or no? If you have right supportive ecosystem. In India లో for example Ashok Kemka ఉన్నారు. Ashok Kemka, why do we cite Ashok Kemka? He was transferred 57 times. Yes or no? Even after getting transferred 57 times, Ashok Kemka is still Ashok Kemka. So that comes from what? అలా మనం గొప్పగా చెప్పుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం వచ్చిండేది కాదు ఇఫ్ ద ఎకోసిస్టమ్ వాస్ ప్రాపర్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? సో సోషలైజేషన్, ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్, దెన్ ఎకోసిస్టమ్. ఎమోషనల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్లోనే పార్ట్ ఈస్ కౌన్సిలింగ్, టేకింగ్ ద హెల్ప్. డెవలప్ governance, good governance or ethical governance. Then training. Yes or no? Like Mission Karma Yogi and all this training will also help officers to stay stronger or individual to stay stronger. Yes or no? When we brainstorm, we are getting trained. Yes or no? That will also protect you from becoming a thorn. Clear? కానీ ultimate solution ఏంటి? Internally if you are mentally strong, you will never become a thorn. So internal values అందరికీ ఉండవు కాబట్టి we have to create an external value system. So the answer is two-sided, that both internally strong and externally protective. Yes or no? And here comes the second chance, where if given a second chance, will a thorn ever become a bud again or a flower? Yes or no? That is second chance. For example, Ratnakar kada? Ratnakar, who became Valmiki? A thief become Valmiki. Yes or no? Valmiki was a what? A thorn. Okay, given second chance, he became a bud or a flower. Yes or no? So sometimes in life we have to give people second chances. Especially in 2026, the Naxal affected areas are like a thorn. Yes or no? Through development, nurturing and care, we can convert that areas into places of developments. That is what will elevate your essay. So I hope you understood what is required from you. You should not only be worried about bud becoming a thorn, you should also think about scenarios where thorn can be given second chances. That will be a whole new dimension that you are adding to the essay. I hope you are able to think in those lines. Clear? Do you agree? So idem kotta kaadu, this is just like our plus 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 minus minus plus scenarios. You will always be given a plus and minus scenario or a plus plus scenario. You have to convert that into some or the other permutation and combination. Done? Yes. You still believe the same essays are the easiest essay, or have you thought about any of these things in a different perspective? Have you missed any important perspective? Are you still happy with whatever choices you have made? Like, are you still going to write the fourth one, second one, third one, or did you find something easier? See, listening is very easy because when you put pen and paper, again you have to generate your own points or dimensions. Yes or no? Even if you can generate three dimensions per topic, that will be a great achievement. For example, I won't tell anything. Try to think about the first topic. Oxymorons reflect ironies of life. I told you plus minus scenarios kada Vita topics ki. In the same lines, can you think about something from oxymorons reflect the ironies of life? What is thesis? What is antithesis? What is solution? Think on your own and tell me. First of all, how many of you knew what is oxymoron before the topic was released? How many of you have heard about for the first time today? Oxymoron అనేది ఫస్ట్ టైం విన్నారు. ఓకే, నేను క్లాస్లో చెప్తాను ఆక్సిమోరాన్స్. ఎథిక్స్ క్లాస్లో ఒకసారన్నా వాడింటా. విజయ్ మాల్యా అండ్ ఇంటిగ్రిటీ ఆర్ ఆక్సిమోరాన్స్, దే కెనాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ లైన్. చెప్పినట్టు గుర్తు నాకు. ఐ మైట్ బి రాంగ్. డన్. థాట్ అబౌట్ ద థీసిస్. Oxymorons are the ironies of life. What is an oxymoron? Two opposite things living at once is oxymoron. That is the simplest way of understanding. So it's like sharp and dull, bitter sweet. India
itself, 10, I don't know, it was some Britisher who told 10 good things about India. If I can say exactly opposite 10
different things we can find. India itself is a living oxymoron. Yes, both are coexist. ఈరోజు పొద్దునే కదా క్లాస్లో చెప్పింది. No, today morning I don't know which class I told. Mumbai, we have a slum. We have the largest slum in Mumbai, and we also have Antilla, that is the richest house of Ambani. So both exist in the same city. That is perfect oxymoron. Yes or no? Both are in Mumbai. Yes or no? So what is oxymoron? Oxymoron is two opposite things living together. How do they actually reflect the ironies of life? What is an irony? Irony. What is irony? అసలు ఫస్ట్ ఇంగ్లీష్ సీసాట్ క్లాసెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేసి దెన్ విల్ కమ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ఐరనీ? Obvious joke is irony. Irony is in explaining obvious joke. Gist కాదు కదా irony. Irony died many deaths అని we normally quote it kada. Difference between letter and spirit. Yes. Different shades is irony. Okay. Okay. Right. So let's re-understand this. Okay. Oxymoron, that means two opposite sides existing at one time, is an irony. Ante you know something is wrong but you are not acting upon it. See, not all oxymorons are hurting. Yes or no? There are some oxymorons. Ippudu manaku in Sankranti time we have this Ugadi Pachadi. Yes or no? Ugadi time, Ugadi Pachadi. Ugadi Pachadi is what? It's a mixture of all the things. It's bittersweet. It has both sweetness and sourness. The nature of the dish is to coexist what? Bitterness and sweetness. Yes or no? That is an oxymoron. Two things existing at one time. Kani in a country like India where PM funds have 8,000 crores and there is an Assam flood where nothing is happening, that is what? An irony. Yes or no? That is an obvious problem. Yes or no? So ironies, oxymorons are designed so that you will observe something. Best example చెప్తాను which all of you are familiar with. To make the deaf hear అనే లైన్ హిస్టరీలో మనం చదువుతాం. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? టు మేక్ ద డెఫ్ హియర్ అంటే ఏంటి? చెవిటివాడికి వినిపియాలి అని చెప్పి ఏం చేశాడు? బాంబు వేసాడు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? చెవిటి వాళ్ళు వినగలరా? అంటే one side you are talking about deaf, the other side you are talking about what? To make the deaf hear. Yes or no? Isn't it an oxymoron? That is an irony. Yes or no? అంటే నీ కళ్ళ ముందు అన్యాయం జరుగుతుంది, there is some tragedy in front of your eyes, but still you are not choosing to act upon it. That is called as an irony. Okay, so whenever you think about two opposite things existing at one place, they are hinting at you, babu idi cheyi. Yes or no? It's like somebody is saying I don't have money and their 500 rupee notes are visible on the pocket. Yes or no? That is an oxymoron. It is pushing on your face, you have to act upon ironies. Kani, are you acting upon ironies? Yes or no? Yesterday Uttar Pradesh government banned anyone from entering into government schools to record because of the CJP party and all those things. Okay, to hide what? The ironies. Uttar Pradesh wants to be a $1 trillion economy, but it doesn't have what? Proper government schools. So the very purpose of oxymoron is to what? To highlight ironies. When you highlight ironies, what is the purpose? To act upon them. Antana kada? I hope you understand. So when I say if there is a slum and there is Ambani's house, what is my intention? To destroy Ambani's house? No, to remove slums. Okay, so that is a problem. So obviously automatically are people acting upon removing the slums? No. India is the 4th largest economy in the world. Yes or no? In India we worship rivers. River is mother. Yes or no? Ganga Maya. Yes or no? But India also have most polluted rivers in the world. That is what? A contradiction? Yes or no? When I cite that, what do I want to do? Stop worshipping Ganga or clean Ganga? To clean Ganga. Are we cleaning Ganga? Why? We are ignoring the ironies. So that is the entire essay. It's a very challenging essay to think all these things inside the exam hall. I hope you understand. So first you have to think about oxymoron, then you have to think about whether that oxymoron is creating any problem or not, and then you have to act upon that problem, and people normally don't act upon it. Then how do you make them act? So that is why we need to have oxymorons. Not only in India, every language in the world have oxymorons. Yes or no? Normally we use Vijay Mallya and honesty. Yes or no? Right? If I use Satya Harishchandra and honesty, they both go hand in hand. They are complementary. But citing opposite people will invoke your morality, conscience, consciousness. That is where you have to act upon. Okay? A very difficult topic to write in the exam hall. Right? Kani, if you remember one topic, the oxymoronic topics. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. That is an oxymoronic statement. Yes or no? If you remember in the same statement, what are the two things? Contentment undi, luxury nu undi. And what do we conclude with? We will say we need both contentment and luxury. Both are important for life and rastam. Akkada we are creating what? An oxymoron. We are creating an oxymoron. Yes or no? Clear? Yes. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. That self is contradictory. Again we are creating what? We need to have both destination and journey. We have to celebrate both. That again is what? Oxymoronic. So UPSC already ichindi, but this time they have explicitly asked for what? Oxymoronic. మీకు తెలుసు, కానీ ఎగ్జామ్ హాల్లో ఇంగ్లీష్ రాకపోతే దాన్ని వదిలేయడం అంత ఉత్తమమైన పని ఇంకోటి లేదు. ఓకే, క్లియర్? that is what? Middle path. Yes or no? Even China is a communist country. China practices capitalism better than India. Yes or no? Right? అంటే see again దాన్ని ఎలా కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తారో అన్నది మోర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇఫ్ యూ స్టిక్ విత్ ఓన్లీ సోషలిజం, ఇట్ డిడెంట్ సర్వ్ ఇండియా, రైట్? ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఓన్లీ క్యాపిటలిజం, ఇట్ డిడెంట్ సర్వ్ అమెరికా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? 1929 Great Depression and 2008 economic collapse are example for that. So everyone in the world has brought what? Socialism and capitalism. Only then they survived. Yes or no? So that is compromise. That compromise is nothing but socialism and capitalism living together. Yes or no? Karl Marx will be rolling of irony in the China, the communist country is very capitalistic in nature. Yes or no? So that is an oxymoron. Sorry? Ela? Jobless growth. So the jobless growth is an oxymoron. Yes or no? We are saying about growth and we are also talking about joblessness. So joblessness is one more oxymoron. Yes or no? India at 75 years and Niti Aayog oka report untundi. In that report, Niti Aayog clearly says the biggest problem of Indian economy is not unemployment, it is jobless growth. While we are having growth, we don't have jobs. So how do you solve the jobless growth is also a mains question. Right? Clear? So again, as I told you, those who are not done with your coaching like economy, polity, you will not be knowing those things. But for basic understanding, I think I have helped you to understand what is the depth that UPSC is expecting from you. Yes or no? Again, 9 out of 10 people, even in the online polls and all those things, they have chosen a grateful mind is a very beautiful one, or when two elephants fight, grass will trample. Yes or no? Right? Now in the same breath, I think Venkat was observing, sir, these are not philosophical topics. Yes? Venkat? Okay. So, are they philosophical topics or factual statements? మనకు సంబంధం లేదు, వాడు ఏమి ఇచ్చినా ఒకటే రాస్తాం. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? వెదర్ ఇట్స్ ఫిలాసఫికల్ ఆర్ నాట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ యువర్ కన్సర్న్. ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఈజీ ఫర్ యూ టు జనరేట్ కంటెంట్. వాట్ మోస్ట్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ చోజన్ ఈజ్ ద 6th one. Yes or no? Right? I probably have mentioned this in some classes. We have Nachiketa and Yama. Yama and Nachiketa are having a conversation. Yes or no? So an educated mind will always have more questions than answer. Is it an easy topic? Yes? Is there any missing word in the statement? ఇంకేమన్నా యాడ్ చేయాలా? క్వాంటిటీ కాదు, క్వాలిటీ. ఓకే, గుడ్. Do you agree with that statement in the first place, that a well educated mind will always have more questions than answers? యాక్షన్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటే క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా వస్తాయి. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఇట్స్ a circular question, right? The most important word that is missing is we have questions, we have answers, we also need actions. Yes or no? So that will be your way forward for this essay. So obviously, yes, a well educated mind will have more questions than answers. Do we know any such people? Obviously Einstein, Ramanujan, all these people first had questions, then they searched for answers, and while they were getting new answers, they were also having new questions. So a brain, an active brain will always be thinking something proactively. Yes or no? It will have more questions. That is not the problem. Now what is the antithesis? నేను చెప్పాను already. Everybody is good at agree part. Now I need antithesis. What can be antithesis? Questions తో ఆగిపోతున్నామా? ఓకే. It might lead to overthinking, paralysis, thought process paralysis or policy paralysis. Too much thinking is bad. Okay, then red tapeism. How? More questions. మళ్ళీ చదవండి ఒకసారి. A well educated mind will always have more questions than answers.
A well educated mind can also think that it has all the answers.
Okay.
Ravana, I can say, but he has everything.
He knows everything. So Stephen Hawking's line, the illusion of knowledge. A well-educated mind will convince you that you have a illusion of knowledge. You have answers to all the questions, or your knowledge will blind you to the arrogance, like I know everything, like Ravana. Okay, good. You'll always have more questions, like Not every question is wise. That is the quality of the question. We can always have more answers than questions. See, more questions unta, you are agreeing with that statement. I am asking about disagreement. Sorry? It is good to be a listener. Okay. How do you put it?
Without asking much of anything, you can be a listener also.
Okay.
Glean some points from the other person.
Okay.
The other person.
Between question and answers, you are adding a listening layer and a thinking layer. Okay.
Opinions.
Hmm. Only thinking about అదే that is paralysis, that is thought process paralysis కదా. అంటే మీరు ఏం తప్పు చేస్తున్నారు? You are not thinking about 6 dimensions. What are our 6 dimensions? Individual, institution, civil servant, society, nation and international. As a civil servant, should you have more answers or questions? As a civil servant, what should you have? More questions or more answers? You will only have answers when you have yes or no?
So a question is being posed by somebody else.
We need to give an answer. But if I ask you something, what will you say? File पढ़ के आऊँगा. So first you have to anticipate the questions. Only when you are ready for the public, yes or no? I mean, whatever they will ask, you have already imagined. Then it will be better. So answers will follow questions. Yes or no? Right? Sometimes you have more knowledge than necessary, then you will have more answers than questions. It happens in press conferences. Yes or no? You are the subject expert, then probably you have more answers than questions. But even those answers came because you had questions. So which will come first, question or answer? Not answer. Now where will you fit the action part here? The whatever he suggested, the processing part. Listening is also processing. Processing is also processing. So where do we fit that? Answer, question, or question and answer. Where is the thinking part?
I think there's a loop, circular loop where you think, question, answer, think, question, answer.
Here comes processing, here comes processing. Yes or no? There is a question, you process and then the answer comes. You have an answer, it will lead to more processing and it will create questions. So rather than thinking it as question or answer, you will consider it as a loop. It's a positive loop. Yes or no? It's a virtuous loop. Okay. So what is a vicious loop? Question processing leading to more questions. More questions leading to more processing. More processing leading to more questions. This is will lead to what? Your paralysis, thought process paralysis. Yes or no? దీన్నే వేరే రకంగా ఎలా చెప్పుకోవచ్చు? Thinking, action. Question is what? Thinking. Processing. Then answers are what? Action. Action will lead to more questions. It will have a positive feedback loop. Only thinking, and it's like synonyms kada. Unless you put the Venn diagrams, if you are thinking some cats are dogs, some dogs are cats, you will not get that visualization. Yes or no? So this is a positive thought process loop, this is a negative thought process loop. Okay, Kani, if you are a chess player, sometimes you need this. Yes or no? When you go deeper, you will find better answers. System 1 thinking, system 2 thinking, Daniel Kahneman. Yes or no? Both are needed. So this is not the villain, this is also not the hero. Both are necessary depending on what? Context, situation and circumstances. Yes or no? As she have asked, a chess player cannot make this move and he made a blunder, array, I cannot move back. No, that's gone means gone. You have to think 10 steps ahead before your opponent. So sometimes questioning is good, sometimes taking action is good. Yes or no? Now how will you bring this to public policy? While policy framing is there, you need more questions. While implementation stage, you need more answers so that you will make that better. Understood? మీరు చదివే ఉంటారు కదా ఎథిక్స్లో సిటిజన్ చార్టర్. While framing citizen charter, you need more questions. After framing citizen charters, you need more answers as feedback. Is this working? Should we change anything? Etc. etc. So now what is your stand? Do we need more questions or more answers? Depending on situation and circumstance, we need both. That is your third layer. That is your depth. Agreed? Yes or no? Yes? Like negative. Well educated antene common sense undani. Vidya leni vaadu vinta pasuvu. Not graduation or degrees. Well education itself means what? Meeku nenu essay cheppinappudu I don't know. You do you remember? First intro rastam, thesis, then we will define. Yes or no? Definition lo nenu em chesta well educated mind ante a mind with common sense, a mind with rationality, a mind filled with wisdom. It has nothing to do with Harvard degrees. Literacy is not education. Education is education. నేను అది ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్కడ కవర్ చేసేసా, డెఫినేషన్స్లో కవర్ చేసేసాను. ఎస్,
talking about well education, well educated persons, well educated minds. So we should go with the poor education concept, sir. So what about that person with well education?
we are creating poor education. అది రియాలిటీలో రాస్తాం. We have talked about agreement and disagreement, right? We are talking about reality. In reality, what is happening? Like the point he said, you have formal education, but you are not asking any questions. Why? You have a rote learning mindset అనుకోండి. If you are not asking any question, నేను ఇది చదువుతా ఈ మార్కులు వస్తాయి. Then what got killed? The questioning got killed. Then that is a symptom of what mind? A mind which is not fully educated. Yes or no? అంటే ఇప్పుడు if you are a blind follower of a political party, you are a member of an echo chamber, you are not even understanding that you are being brainwashed, that is again symptom of what? An uneducated or not so well educated mind. In reality, any person who have a graduation or anything but failing to ask questions or failing to seek answers is what? A person who is not having good education. So ఇక్కడ well educated mind have questions అన్నాడు అంటేనే బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఏముండాలి, సొసైటీలో క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉండాలి. An officer who is compassionate will ask more questions. Yes or no? An officer who is not compassionate or who is having apathy ఏమవుతాడు? He assumes he knows all the answers. Top down approach is answers, bottom up approach is questions. Okay, clear? మళ్ళీ see never confuse. యూపీఎస్సీలో అవన్నీ given things. ఏంటి? వెల్ ఎడ్యుకేట్ అంటేనే విజ్డమ్. A poor farmer in Telangana might be having more curiosity. Yes or no? It has nothing to do with education. You can be a PhD holder and still believes XYZ party is God. Yes or no? Recently some people launched Modi Chalisa in Delhi Press Club. I'm not joking. In Delhi Press Club recently people have launched Modi Chalisa. Prime Minister Modi Chalisa like Hanuman Chalisa. Okay. Right? And then there was a poster from Tamil Nadu or Delhi where Sonia Gandhi was a Devi. Yes or no? Like she was dressed up as a goddess. Yes or no? What do I say? I have nothing to say. అది రియాలిటీలో రాస్తాం. రియాలిటీలో ఏం రాస్తామంటే క్వశ్చన్స్ని సప్రెస్ చేస్తున్నారు, స్కూళ్ళల్లో అడగనివ్వట్లేదు, లేకపోతే ఆఫీసుల్లో ఇప్పుడు జూనియర్ ఆఫీసర్ ఉన్నాడు. ఏ జూనియర్ ఆఫీసర్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ ఫ్రీడమ్ టు స్పీక్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ సీనియర్ ఆఫీసర్. ప్రొటెస్ట్లు, అది దట్ ఈస్ రియాలిటీ. ఈవెన్ దో యూ హ్యావ్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్ మైండ్, యూ ఆర్ నాట్ గివెన్ అన్ ఆపర్చునిటీ టు రైస్. వై యూ ఆర్ అన్ యాంటీ నేషనల్, ఇంటలెక్చువల్ నక్సల్స్. Okay, so dimagi nexal. Okay, so when you blame the people, that becomes what part? Reality part. Kani dimagi naxals is not something new to India. Okay, if you go to China during Mao Zedong, okay, you will be called as ninth ఏదో ఉంది దాని పేరేంటి, నైన్త్ గ్రూప్ అనో ఏదో పిలుస్తారు. అంటే పీపుల్ 8 ఈవిల్స్ ఉంటాయి వాళ్ళకి, 9th ఈవిల్ ఈజ్ ఇంటెలెక్చువల్. If you go to Hitler time, books were burnt. Hitler also had the same thing. George Orwell in his book 1984 wrote the same thing. He calls it as thought police. It is called as what? Thought police. And whenever somebody is criticizing or asking the government the right questions, they will be labeled as anti-nationals. Indira Gandhi emergency had used the term anti-nationals. I hope you understand, right? Every part of the world have seen its own share of Dimagi Naxals are intellectual Naxals. It's not unique to India. Okay. So when you question the government with bona fide interest, you will be labeled as anti-national. Yes or no? Anti-national report. Clear? I hope you understand. Again, content comes from wide reading. That is part and parcel of your thought process. Don't worry about that. But I hope you got some further points related to the same. Yes. Done. Now what did we arrive at? Both questions are important, answers are important. Question and answers are important depending on the situation. But in reality, what is happening? At individual level, there is a huge problem called as illusion of knowledge. Yes or no? We assume that we know the answer. At system level, we have a problem called as not asking the question. The third level is societal problem. Who is asking the question is looked at, not what is the question. For example, if you are a poor tribal asking the same question, you will be disrespected or you will not be answered. But if the same question is asked by Mr. Rahul Gandhi or Prime Minister Modi, it will become a sensational question. Yes or no? A very good question can be posted by you on Twitter, but if the same question is asked by Arnab Goswami, he becomes the best journalist in the country. Yes or no? And what are people looking at? People are looking at your class, status, situation, education and all these things rather than whether there is a goodness in the question or not. I hope you understand. Right? Clear? And if you want to bring mythology, even if you ask questions, sometimes you will not have answers. That is also reality. Draupadi have asked Bhishma, what is dharma? And he says dharma is very sukshma. It's very microscopic. I cannot tell you the difference between good and bad. When she was disrobed, he goes to Bhishma and she says, you are the head of the entire Kaurava kingdom in the entire Sabha. Please answer me whether whatever has happened to me is justice or injustice. She had a question, but even the great Bhishma doesn't have a answer. Right? So some questions will not have appropriate answers, leading to more questions or questions hanging there. That is also part of your reality. Clear? Women and? క్వశ్చనింగ్ లేదు, అదే తొక్కేసాం. రియాలిటీలో అదే కదా జరిగింది. ప్యాట్రియార్కీ, క్యాస్టిజం ఇవన్నీ సోషల్ ఈవిల్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ నాట్ అలౌవింగ్ ద పీపుల్ టు హ్యావ్ వాయిస్. క్లియర్? ఎస్. Then what is the most difficult topic according to you? I didn't ask you how many of you will write which topic. First one. You want to write first one? Nature is the symbol of spirit. Okay. Second one. Okay. Third. Which is shelving hard decisions is the least ethical course. And last one, leader. బాగా ఆలోచించండి. The question is reverse. A good leader is one who follows the followers. Yes or no? Follow back. Yes. What is the thesis, antithesis here? Do you agree that a good leader has to follow his followers? Is there any counter argument? What is that? Followers? We are not supposed to follow our followers blindly. Difference of opinion between followers and the leader. Okay. And then I will tell a word, tell me whether it applies to this essay or not. Populism. Populism. Populism applies, sir? What is populism? Most popular opinion is populism. Everybody will follow that. Is it in thesis or antithesis? Think about and tell me. A good leader is one who follows his followers. That is populism. Populism. It comes, populism, the one I am saying, comes in antithesis. When the mob is saying something, the leader has to say no, because it is a wrong thing. For example, you are Modi, we are your followers. We are pressurizing you to go to war with Pakistan. Then you should say no unnecessarily. Yes or no? You should not allow our opinions to blind your decision taking. So a leader should have that value system to know when to follow, when not to follow, when to lead, when not to lead. Yes or no? Automatically you have the argument and counter argument. Now what is reality?
Most of the time followers follow.
Sorry? Democracy. That is reality. Blind followers. Followers are more or less blind to leaders. But I also have seen heroes changing the script because the fans will be offended. In the climax, the hero is supposed to die, but he will change the climax. Why? Fans will be offended, or my particular political base will be hurt, so I don't want to say certain statements. Then the leader is following the followers in a negative sense. Yes or no? So sometimes unknowingly, because of the mass popularity, leaders are forced to follow the followers. Yes or no? Or else the leader will receive a lot of hatred. That is your reality part. Okay, so yes, the leader has to follow the followers. Then leader should not follow the followers in all the situations. That will lead to some problems. Leader should lead the followers. That is also there. But in reality, both will happen simultaneously, because we don't know whose opinion is overriding whose opinion. What is the balance? Having enough healthy checks and balances. Now tell me, what are checks and balances? I told you the macro dimensions are very easy. Individual or internal value for Gandhi was his own moral compass. He was so adamant in Chauri Chaura that he never followed his followers. Yes or no? He said no. You do whatever you want to do. If you want to go and start a new Congress party, go and do that. I will not start non-cooperation movement. I will stop it, because Chauri Chaura is violence. That is wrong. So that was Gandhi saying no to his followers. Gandhi was able to say that because he has very strong inner moral compass.
So when you gave that example where because of mass followers, I think you're saying that, can you give political examples like the Rajiv Gandhi Shah?
Definitely, that is a perfect example. Opening the Ayodhya temple gates to put the Ramlalla idols, etc. That is a very good example of where government was pressurized by follow. We can, why not? It's a fact. I can even write Criminal Amendment Act 2013 happened because of that. I will say Jharkhand protests led to the cancellation. Yes or no? Dharmendra Pradhan resigning is what? It's a fact. I'm not getting into politics, right? It's a fact that leader has to follow followers. Mahayana Buddhism. Definitely. The crowd decided who should be worshipped. Buddhudu batukunnantasep, the entire time when Buddha was alive, he told what? Please don't worship me, I am not the God. Please practice this path, follow these rules and regulations. After his death, what happened? Buddha became Bhagwan. Buddha Bhagwan. Yes or no? In a crowd, what if some voices are ignored? That more or less happens. There you can write the leader will follow the followers, but only through coterie. Indira Gandhi. See, there are many followers of Indira Gandhi who said Indira is India, India is Indira. But she followed what? The masses or the coterie? Coterie. That means within fan base also she will choose whom to listen to. Yes, definitely. Is there any leader who resisted the mass following and said no, apart from whatever example I gave you? And? A 28 party. Okay. You are saying? Narasimha Rao and?
During liberalization.
I personally will write the same example in a different context. 73rd and 74th Amendment. So in 73rd and 74th Amendment, we have 11th schedule and 12th schedule, where the states were given the choice to follow or not follow. It's a voluntary choice for the states to devolve it to local self-governments. That means states have pressurized the center to get the bill passed, and he accepted that at least in that way the bill will be passed. Okay. Manmohan Singh and 2008 123 nuclear policy, it's also a very good example, definitely, where the CPA told the government it will walk out, but still he chose to continue the policy. That's a very good example. Again, if you know the 2008 nuclear deal, the only good thing in my opinion Manmohan Singh have done is that 2008 123 nuclear deal. History will not judge him kindly. I keep telling that. So I was there in 2011 in Delhi. I saw Aam Aadmi Party born in front of my own eyes. So I can honestly tell you, Manmohan Singh as a Prime Minister has not done any service to this country, at least in the second term. First term to theek hai, I accept. Okay. Second term was an absolute disaster. Right? Okay. There was lot of resistance. Okay. Okay. Sometimes the leader has to follow the followers. Here the leader made sure that he didn't follow the followers. Okay. Done? Now, Anni cheppar gani, 1 minute. Anni cheppar gani, you are not telling me how to have the checks and balance. I gave you one moral example, like Gandhi example. But apart from that, what are the institutional safeguards? Yes. Legal and ethical. Legal. Okay. Legal. But still I can pressurize you, kada. The people can pressurize the leader. Sorry?
That's why there are courts, constitution, judicial.
Even courts can be pressurized. Say for example, I will tell you, in Ayodhya judgment, I don't know how many of you know this, there were 4 judges of Supreme Court, including the Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud. 4 judges gave the judgment, but they didn't sign their name. When you open the Ayodhya judgment, it is a unique judgment where you don't find which judge signed what. There are 4 independent judgments, but you actually don't know whose judgment is what. Then do we actually have that independence? If the Chief Justice of India is afraid to sign his name,
India's whole constitution can be called as a good leader. I mean, based on India's various but adaptability, it gets amended. So, yeah, based on followers, based on the citizens of India, it gets changed. It's a good constitution.
That's a good example. Constitutional morality versus societal morality. The whatever you are saying is constitutional morality through Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's perspective, where he has resisted the societal pressure to make sure that the constitution is the supreme. You can see that fruits in the form of Navte Singh Johar versus Union of India case, or Puttaswamy versus Union of India case. Hindu Code Bill is reverse. He came out, right?
Nehru pushed through it.
The leaders did not. Okay. Nehru pushed through it. Okay. Donald Trump versus Senate. Okay. Now I will tell you what is the problem. The problem is, most of you know there is something called as 123 nuclear deal. Yes or no? There is something called as 123 nuclear deal. Especially if you are a PSIR student, you will know this better. But the remaining have never heard what led to the passage of 123 nuclear deal. I don't know how many of you know this. India is not a member of NSG. India is not a member of nuclear supplier group. But still we are exempted. We are exempted from that. Why?
No first use policy.
Because of the lobby by America. Yes or no? We were able to sign that 123 nuclear bill. అంటే మీకు హిస్టరీ చెప్తున్నాను. 123 nuclear bill ముందు ఇండియా హ్యాడ్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ రీసెంట్గా శాంతి బిల్ పాస్ అయిందా? శాంతి బిల్లో దెర్ ఇస్ అ క్లాజ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద క్లాజ్? కాంపెన్సేషన్. Yes or no? The nuclear supplier has to provide compensation. India said the supplier has to give compensation. The supplier said India has to give compensation. There was a debate anamata. So because of this we never went in further, and in spite of all these things USA gave us that freedom to buy nuclear for energy purposes. So that was a rare achievement of India in 2008. If you don't know the background story of that, okay, then whatever example he just mentioned will be very shallow for you. Ante endaithe so what annattu anpistadi. But if you look at it now in 2026, thanks to 2008 123 nuclear bill, India and USA started becoming very serious friends. Appadi varaku friendship ledu. If you read books like Does the Elephant Dance and all those things, the friendship between India and USA boomed after the 123 nuclear deal. Okay, that is the context. That is what is the contribution of Manmohan Singh and meer rasaru ankondi, it will add lot of weight. But if you don't know the background, that story, that is a what problem? Content problem. Okay, so to summarize I will tell you very simply like this before we spend more time. Okay, the table is very simple. There will always be a topic. For example, what was our first topic one in the first one? You will always have more questions than answers. Inka first dantlo two elephants get fight. Yes or no? So there is an elephant 1, elephant 2, or let's say elephant 1, elephant 2, and its impacts. For example, elephant 1 is USA, elephant 2 is USSR. Impact is on newly independent countries. What is the solution? NAM. Essay is very easy if you have a template. Elephant 1, elephant 2, impact and solution. Yes or no? Now you take about state, you take about Naxals, then you have your poor people. What is the solution? Development or WAM, winning hearts and minds. Like this you can create templates very easily. But first of all, a template veyalante మన దగ్గర ఏం ఉండాలి? You need to have certain content. If you don't have content, this entire class will become useless. Why? You are not able to brainstorm. You cannot brainstorm with an empty mind, right? Yes or no? You will only brainstorm when you have some connections to make. So you need to complete your post-independence consolidation. You need to complete your IR, so many other things. But within whatever you have completed, if you can generate points like this, that will be even more easier. Go home and apply the same table in negative sense also. Yes or no? We have the agreement part. Impact is what? Agreement. Yes or no? We have our way forward part, that is what? Solutions. Very easy to generate. But to generate you need different dimensions, and please don't use the spelling approach like polity, society, geography. Those days are dead and gone. You need to bring something very dynamic. Yes or no? For example, what is that company which manufactures semiconductors in Taiwan? Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, TSMC. Okay, TSMC is one of the richest companies in the world. Yes or no? Because they are the ones who manufacture all your the microchips, semiconductors. Yes or no? If you have a Samsung phone or an Apple phone, the processor right now in your phone came from that particular company. But it is in Taiwan. Taiwan is what? The grass. It is suffering between which two countries? China and USA. Yes or no? That is why we have a solution called as what? Semiconductor mission in India. Right now we are diversifying for what purposes? So that we will not be trampled by those two elephants. Yes or no? But if you don't know the Taiwan story, if you don't even know that there is a semiconductor company, what can I do? I cannot do anything. What did America do to escape that? America is the only other country where they have a branch of TMSC. Okay, that means America was visionary enough to understand that one day Taiwan will stop sending semiconductors. Sir, what is the proof for that? During COVID time, especially in 2020, we have realized a concept called as weaponization of supply chains. Yes or no? The world suddenly became the enemy of China. So then America started encouraging something called as China +1 policy. So immediately China made sure that there is a pressure on Taiwan and semiconductors were not released. You know what happened because of that? America came galedo. But any person who booked a Mahindra car had to wait for 18 months. The Mahindra car booking went for 18 months delay. And today if you pay, after 1.5 years you are getting the car. Why? America and China are fighting and Indian consumers are losing. Yes or no? Today if you go to market to buy a computer for your brother, okay, what is the cost of RAM? For a 16 GB RAM, few months ago it was 6,000 rupees. Now a 16 GB RAM is 32,000 rupees. What increased? RAM prices have increased. What do? We import a lot of RAMs. What happened to all the RAMs? Companies have stopped producing individual RAMs. They have started producing GPUs. GPUs are used in AI and data centers. That means the companies have shifted away from primary consumer to corporates. That is why you are unable to buy a normal laptop which was 90,000 rupees now, 6 months ago is now 1,60,000 rupees. Yes or no? Asal meeku daniki em sambandham? Nothing. But who is fighting? Two big AI companies are fighting and you are suffering. Mana Ashok Nagar lo, most of you must have faced problem in your hostels because there was no gas supply. Yes or no? You are the grass. Who were fighting? Iran and USA were fighting. You can write about your own story. Sir, in our Ashok Nagar, we faced problems. You are the grass. Templates are very, very easy in essay. But what is missing obviously? That content. Content leads to interlinkage. If you can remember every single example I told you, probably we have discussed 20 to 30 examples. Out of that, how many of the examples do you honestly remember? That will make all the difference in your world. Clear? Yes or no? So for next year preparation, focus more on what? Having that examples handy. Know more about your own country. In the morning class I have asked how many Bharat Ratnas we have. Yes or no? Right? Every Bharat Ratna story is what? An example. Yes or no? Clear? Every Bharat Ratna can be used in at least one or the other examples. Understand? Right? And if you know the story of peace clause, please tell me you know the story of peace clause. WTO peace clause. Story, not what is peace clause. Economy avaledu ayinda. Okay. So if you know the story of what is peace clause, how India is rejecting the pressure from Western countries. If you know the story of net zero, how we moved away from CBDR to net zero, that is again resistance of leadership. Okay. So again, if I spend 1 more hour also, I can keep telling you hundreds of examples, but the point is what? They have to come from your side. Templates are ready, you have to fill them. So what I will do is, I will create a template table for 3 things. I will take a topic, okay, I will create a blank table like this, okay, and that will be thesis part, antithesis and synthesis, agree, disagree and balance, okay. So whenever you get time, try to brainstorm, okay. You will understand that you have content gap. Based on that we can work out, okay, right. So for the H2 and H6 group, I will ask them to post you in your respective groups. Anyhow, Siksha, we have our own group kabatti, I will post there. But try to brainstorm, you will understand your fallacies. That's all there is. Templates are easy. In the exam hall also, I am pretty sure students must have faced the same problem. So UPSC essay preparation is all about what? Linking your GS 1, 2 and 3 examples and 4 examples and writing that into essay. The problem is not thinking, the problem is content. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the homework that you can do for next year, I mean from now onwards, is especially in Indian Express they have an article called as explained. In Indian Express they have a column called as explained section, only explained section. If you don't read anything else in the news also, just read Indian Express explained. Old articles are available, new articles are also available in their website. Okay, you can read them. Indian Express explained, not New Indian Express, the Delhi one. Okay, there is an Indian Express and there is a New Indian Express. Even if they give it freely, please don't read New Indian Express. Okay, only read the Indian Express, Ramnath Goenka. Okay, there you will have something called as explained section. That is mandatory reading for improvement of your backgrounds. And in Google search PIB explainers. PIB explainers, wonderful resource from Government of India itself to give you backgrounds. And oka topic తీసుకున్నారు అనుకోండి, they will tell the past, they will tell the present and where we are headed. If you can read only these two things for your essay preparation for 27, that will be very good. Okay, Indian Express explained and PIB explainer sections. Okay, right. Apart from all these things, if anyone is interested to write any topics from 2026 paper, okay, you can write and submit that essay. I will personally evaluate it. Okay, if you want to write, again, if you want to write, you can write and submit. I'm pretty sure I know how many copies I am going to get, so I am not at all worried. Okay, then you write whatever you understood. We will see how much you will write. Based on that we will discuss. Okay, for you people, don't worry about content, we will provide content. I am trying to do whatever we can from our side to help you gain content, but again, even our content evarko share kuda chesinattunnaru. 400 essay top examples, we have shared 400 plus examples. No, PDF. It's in my Substack anyhow. We also have a law excellence PDF of the same. I think I have shared in your group. Did they share? Okay, so I will share it in Siksha also. Please go through the examples PDF. We have collected 400 different examples that you can use in essay paper also. So that will also help you. After reading that, if you want to write, then also you can write. Okay, so I will share it right away. PDF. I will share it in the Siksha. Please read it and you write. Right. So what do you think, the paper is easy, medium or difficult? The paper is medium only, moderate. It's not that halwa. 2025 paper was the easiest paper. It was recycled. All the topics are recycled topics of old papers. 26 is moderately difficult because after getting into the writing part, you will understand you don't have enough content. That is a trap there. Let's hope tomorrow papers will be not AI generated. So GS part we'll see. By 12 I think you will get the right. Thank you.